Hello. Okay. Hello, Aries. Welcome to your April connection session. I am Princess India. If you are new and if you're a family, welcome back, my friend, and whatnot, and whatever, all the good stuff. So, anywho, we're going to be jumping into you guys' cards. First, we're going to be looking at the energy between you as well as your person of interest. And then we are getting into a more specific spread where we're going to be looking at how your person of interest thinks as well as feels about you and what's not or whatever. So I'm going ahead and picking those cards now. So let's go ahead and jump right in, Aries. Happy birthday, by the way. I told you that, in your soul session, but happy birthday again. Anywho, so first card out. Okay, this is interesting. Why did I use this deck? I be forgetting that I got to cover up body parts in here. So representing you guys, Aries, we have a card that is also your sign, the Emperor in the reverse. Maybe it's because of the retrograde. I don't know. It's kind of weird for your birthday season to be feeling like the Emperor in the reverse. But anyway, what it's looking like, Aries, is you guys are feeling a bit disempowered in reference to your love life. There very well could be a separation that's going on between you and a person that you are interested in. I do also feel energy of you guys kind of daydreaming about someone. I don't necessarily, anything's possible. I don't necessarily feel it. Let me correct myself. I do feel it this way, but my mind is kind of conflicting with what it is that I'm feeling because, I'm biased. I don't know any Aries who daydream about people, but this very well could be a person from your past. Or the other way I could see this is if it's you guys just thinking about being with someone, it's kind of being in that headspace. Some of you guys could be coming to a place where you're resigning yourself to accepting that a romantical situation just may not be possible for you for some particular reason. And I guess for some of you, that particular reason very well could be because of a situation kind of turning sour past tense. But overall, I feel in reference to your love life in general, or quite possibly to this particular connection, is just feeling, I don't want to say at a loss, but it's just feeling powerless to kind of guiding things in the direction that you would want them to be in. Or on the other side, it's feeling powerless to be back with a particular person, if that's making sense. Now, your person of interest, oh, this is fascinating. Okay, they have clothes on. We have the King of Cuppies. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, there we go. We have the King of Cuppies in the reverse. I cannot talk. The King of Cuppies in the reversed for your person of interest. So your person of interest is depressed. They're sad. A lot of things that they have not been acknowledging up to this particular time are more or less coming to the surface. I do honestly believe this is quite similar to where Aries is, although I do feel like Aries is thinking about it. Let me just leave it at that. Aries is thinking about it more, and your person of interest is feeling it more. And your person of interest very well could be a water sign, and that would be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But they're hella depressed. They're not happy. But in how I could see this kind of playing out, Aries, which could potentially work in your favor, to be honest, is say if you and this person are like in separation or on a break, and they, left the situation kind of feeling like, they missed out on a good thing type of deal, right? It's kind of like now with them, rehearsing things and thinking back to arguments or what caused you guys to kind of separate or take a break. And now it's kind of starting to dawn on them that they were not as right as they perceived themselves to be, and it's them kind of sulking in that because it's seeing like, oh, wow, like I actually contributed, to this, you know what I'm saying? Now, the energy between the two of you, okay. All right, then. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So, y'all aren't speaking like at all. I do feel like, and this is interesting. Let me kind of adjust this whole situation I got going on here. This is kind of interesting for me because the two of you aren't speaking, but I feel if you did, um I don't necessarily feel there would be nice things that would be said by either of you, because there's still some hostility. So even though in the bigger scheme of things, Aries, you're missing your person. And I'll say it that way just because the energy seems kind of bigger. I don't necessarily see this as like, oh, this is a person that's coming into, Aries life that you don't know yet. I don't see it that way. This literally would be someone that you guys had dealings with that you're not speaking to now. And Aries is thinking back, on this situation, and you actually want to be with this person, like you actually like them, but it's almost kind of feeling that it's insurmountable. Like the so much stuff has happened, and so much, I don't want to necessarily say damage has been done, but there's been so much contention between the two of you that it just feels like, what can I even do with this kind of deal? But your person is depressed over this. I'm not even going to front, but I do feel that there's still resentment between the two of you, to where, like I said, if the two of you were to speak, I don't doubt for a second that it wouldn't get super heated and some things would be said that are potentially triggering and things of the sort. Now, getting into how your person of interest thinks and feels about you, and for those of you who are not familiar with how I do this, I mean, I'm pretty sure you should be by now, because I mean, I've been doing these for months. But anyway, we're looking at their fleeting thoughts, their conscious thoughts, their subconscious impressions / projections, and their feelings about you. So the first card that we have out, interesting. We have the Four of Wands. My apologies for covering up boobs. I don't want to lose my channel. Next card that we have, oh, that's a boobie. We have the Two of Cuppies in the reverse. Why do I even bother showing these to y'all? Why do they even use this deck? I don't even know. Okay, then the next card that we have is the Hierophant in the reverse. That is Taurus energy. And the next card that we have in their conscious thoughts, more nakedness, we have the King of Swords. This is fascinating. Okay, so here's the dealio, Aries. Fleeting thoughts in reference to your person, they are all over the place. This person sees you as stability. I don't feel that in a negative way, like, they're after your money or something, but more or less they perceive you as like home, like you are stability for them, or they feel, or you feel like home to them rather, right? So they do feel that the two of you click, the two of you connect, the two of you have a connection. However, with this Two of Cuppies in the reverse, their feeling is if, okay, sorry. I just heard a beep and I was like, what is happening? It's my door. But anyway, moving right along. But with the Two of Cuppies in the reverse, it's more or less feeling that there's an emotional disconnect between the two of you. So the two of you are not on the same page at present. I do feel like there's also some fears that are associated with this, that maybe you have completely emotionally disconnected from them in totality. And that's even supported more so by this Hierophant in the reverse. So I do feel with this that you guys, I mean, of course, this could be like a married couple that is literally separated. I mean, that's possible. You know what I'm saying? Very much so with this Four of Wands and the Hierophant in the reverse. But others of you, I feel that this is a relationship. I mean, it could be a situationship. But whatever the circumstance is, the two of you were pretty close. Some of you could have lived together, and I don't know why I feel the vibe. That's odd. And this is kind of like an offshoot, like maybe for like 1% of people. But I do have this really weird sneaking suspicion that you guys may live in the same house and not speak to each other, like, because that be happening sometimes. It's like you and the person living in the same house, like y'all living together, but you broke up and now you're like in two different rooms. Not saying that's everyone, but I mean, I do feel that energy, but for the most part, prior to this whole, break in communication or the separation between the two of you, I would say this was pretty serious, and serious enough to the point where, because I know everybody does relationships different these days, even if you didn't have a title on it, it's like the two of you, like y'all were pretty close to where you lived together or you practically lived together. You were in a committed relationship. Everybody knew y'all were together, or y'all were together for an extended period of time type of deal, you know? But it's them more or less having this perspective with the connection that, it's severed, so and their perception of you at present, Aries, which I agree with, them seeing you as the King of Swords. So like how I said that with this Emperor in the reverse, I see you guys more in a head space, like thinking through things, whereas your person of interest is more in like an emotional space. They're seeing you as kind of being stoic. So I don't know. I mean, this literally could be either you guys having mutual friends or them like stalking your social media. Of course, if you still are in the same house, they could literally see you, But I feel that there's some type of eye that they're keeping on you, or them knowing someone, like you guys having mutual friends or something like that, to where they're keeping tabs of where you're at. But how Aries is presenting themselves is seemingly emotionless. And like I said, looking at you guys' energy coming into that, that's not the case. It's like I really feel the Aries that this would resonate with. You guys are hurt or disappointed, I would feel would be kind of like more of an appropriate word. There very much is a desire for this person, but it's like a disappointment that you have in how things have played out. But it feels very much like unfinished business to me, which is why I was saying with this Knight of Swords and the reverse, I feel the emotions are so high and there's so much of a level of investment into this connection. That's really why I feel like it would be kind of like a powder keg if you guys spoke, because if Aries honestly didn't give a shit, you know, you'd be indifferent and be like, okay, it's neither here nor there. But I feel very much it would be very easy for either one of you to be triggered, but how your person is seeing you is just kind of like shut down emotionally, and that you're potentially like not even bothered by this, not even worried about it, and you're just, out there living your best life. Now their subconscious projection, well, this is their subconscious impression that they're 9 times out of 10 projecting onto you. Oh, that's so cute. We have the Temperance card. That's Sagittarius energy. So with your person, I mean, they're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or anything. I would go back to what I was saying with this King of Cups in the reverse. Like when I was saying the whole thing of them walking away from this feeling very justified, like feeling like I was right and you were wrong. And now with them kind of going back, they're seeing very much what Temperance is about. And this is me putting on my therapist hat for 2.5 seconds. I often say a lot of times when I work with couples, like it's never just one person's fault that a relationship doesn't work out, because a relationship consists of two people. You know what I'm saying? So two people are contributing, whether it's toxicity or miscommunication, like it takes two to tango. So very much it's a two-person thing. But I feel the way that your person more or less walked out of this, because with this Temperance, it's like the space that they're coming from is a balanced space, right? Like this person has the ability, like, can I say that they're wise? I would say that. Like, I would say that this person, and not just in a sense of like intellectually, how do you say that? I guess wise is the only way I can think to really say it at present. It's like this person, because it's not street smarts, but it's like this person has like wisdom, like, okay, thank you, guides, like an old soul almost. It's like this person naturally just has wisdom just about life and doings of things. I think how this person would kind of show up in life, so this is kind of easier to determine. It's like they would be like the wise counsel that friends go to. So they're like a pretty level-headed person, and they're able to see like both sides of the story. You know what I'm saying? So they can hear, everyone out and be able to give their opinion. So a lot of people would have a tendency to go to this person for advice and wise counsel and things of the sort. So, in reference to this connection, and I mean, that literally could be why it is that you're disappointed, Aries, to be honest. It's like with this person, they have the ability to see the bigger picture and be objective, right? But I feel, and I mean, all of us are guilty of this, whenever we're in a situation, like when we give advice to other people about situations they're in, we have objectivity because we're not actually in it. So we can see that bigger picture. But when we're subjectively in something and we're emotionally invested in it, it kind of makes us biased and kind of blind to things. So we can't necessarily always see the bigger picture. Like, and this is something I talk about all the time. Like, with people who are readers, it's like, yeah, you can read for yourself, but it's like you have biases. It's like, and everyone's different. You have some people who will read for themselves and, go on this side of the Likert scale where it's like they'll take everything negative, or on the other side of the Likert scale where they take everything overly positive, So it's always good to have a friend that is a reader as well to read for you, to fact check yourself in a sense. But I feel with this person, and it's kind of, I don't want to say self-deprecating, but it's really with them in this subjectivity, how it is that they're projecting things onto you as them seeing you as the level-headed person, and not saying that you're not level-headed, Aries, but it's them seeing you as the person with good judgment. And it's like where they are in their process right now. Like I said, they were very haughty-minded in the beginning. I'm right, Aries is wrong. They're going to see it eventually. As time has wore on, that ego for them has kind of worn off, and now they're in this insecurity. Now, when they look back at Aries looks unfazed, right? It's like they're not going through nothing. They're over me. And now it's kind of descending into these thoughts of like, okay, maybe I am the jacked up person. Maybe I do have issues. Maybe they're completely over me type of deal. But I do feel like in the what's the word I want to use? I don't know why my vocabulary. Oh, yeah, it's Mercury retrograde and I am a Gemini rising. I'm just going to go ahead and apologize now. I need to say that before all the connection sessions. It is Mercury retrograde. I am a Gemini rising, and my vocabulary is shit during the retrograde, always. But anywho, but with this person, I feel like at the root of it, they are a good judgment of character. They do have good judgment, but it's just right now they're kind of befalling to their fears, right? Now, when we look at their feelings towards you, little tookus, the Two of Pentacles. I think that's the clearest I've ever seen a card. Dag nabbit, son of a gun. The Two of Pentacles. So this is the thing. Oh, your person. So they're wanting to come towards you. They're wanting to say something, right? But they don't know if you'd be interested. Gosh. And now I'm thinking about the fact that this is y'all's like birthday season. Man, it is always rough when you're going through romantical stuff like around your birthday. So I don't know if this is like, I mean, I think either or, Aries, whether because I mean it depends on when you watch this, but whether your birthday has passed already or your birthday is coming up, and I would say this more for people where your birthday is coming up, this person is dead ass like on the fence where they want to come towards you, but they don't know if you would want them to. So it's kind of like a fear of rejection here. Because like I said, in their fleeting thoughts, they do believe that you are a sense of like home security, stability for them in a non like material type of way. It's just literally like the energetic connection that you guys have. But it's them like wondering, are they like done with me type of deal? Them seeing the fact that you don't really seem to be emotionally affected by this and you seem like stoic to them. So it's like a fear of rejection. And that's what I was picking up on in this Temperance. It's like with them kind of double backing, I go from being like, yeah, it's their fault, they gonna see, to like, wait a minute, they didn't come. Oh no, is it me? You know what I'm saying? So with this person, they're wanting to come towards you, but they're feeling at present that you wouldn't necessarily be interested, but they want you to be, but then they don't know, you know? And like the only way I'm really going to know is if I reach out, but I don't know if I should reach out. So they're very ambivalent and on the fence. And for those of you who your birthday is coming up, it very well could be them wanting to reach out to you for your birthday. Should I send them a happy birthday text? Should I call them? Should I send them something? And for those of you where your birthday already passed, I feel like this person was kind of on the fence with that as well. Should I reach out? Should I not reach out? You know? And I mean, those of you who were earlier on, I don't know. I still kind of feel like this person would be, y'all have to tell me in the comments. Let me know in the comments if a person that you're in separation with, did they actually like, and this is like my Aries who were what is it, late March, earlier part of April, because these are like for, I mean, I say April, but you know, these are coming out from the 15th to like the 30th or whatever. But you guys let me know if before the 15th, like those of you whose birthday is before the 15th, if you had this person, like if this resonates with you, if that person actually reached out to you. Definitely let me know in the comments because I like to know the business. But anywho, but I do feel this person is very much on the fence. Now, what would I tell Aries? Would I tell you necessarily to reach out to this person? Well, it depends. I'm biased and I'm, old fashioned and traditional. So if you're a gal and you identify as a gal, then I would not say to reach out to the gentleman. I don't agree with that. I feel that the gentleman should reach out, but I'm old school and traditional. I don't believe in, ladies reaching out to gentlemen, but to each its own. I'm not telling you what to do. That's just my opinion. But if you're a dude, then reach out to that gal. I know that that is biased, but too bad. It's just how I feel. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. But this person, I do feel that the two of you, I mean, I don't see them as a bad person at all. I just feel like there was a disagreement between the two of you. And like I'm saying, because y'all be saying stuff in the comments, child. If this person is like, psychopathic, narcissistic, person, I'm not talking about them, But, this is someone where I feel like this is a disagreement that the two of you had. And I feel a conversation needs to be had on both sides. Like, I feel what Aries is feeling, all of that needs to be laid out on the table. And for your person, you need to give them an opportunity to do that as well. Because like I said, it's a two-way street, So this isn't just on one person, And I mean, both of you want to be back together anyway. So just do it. So anywho, Aries, that has been your connection session for the month of April. Most definitely let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, I love your freaking face. And I will see you guys sooner than